Bonnyville-Cold Lake.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This NDP government was proud of their feeble efforts to control costs by ending a long-standing reminder to vehicle owners that the registration and licenses needed to be renewed. Last March, this minister promised Albertans that she would save $3 million in printing and postage. This month, the minister said that the would only be $300,000. To the minister, is it $3 million or is it $300,000? Can you please clarify?
Honourable Minister of Service, Alberta.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the question. I have, frankly, no idea where the member opposite is getting his numbers from. I have said time and time again that we found $3 million per year in savings by moving to electronic renewal reminders. Registry agents, our partners in this effort, have taken an active and proactive role in reminding drivers when their license and registration needs to be removed. There are free services online, Mr. Speaker. There are free services in the form of stickers on the back of your license plate, Mr. Speaker, that day by day Albertans can check to.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Thank you. The members for supplemental.
That's a shame there's no answer. Given that I am being flooded with complaints from local business owners.
Move along, folks.
Given that I've been flooded with complaints from local business owners, citizens and registries who are frustrated with this government's continued downloading of costs and the costs associated with producing license renewal notices, and given that the lack of understanding Alberta Justice has had regarding fines for failure to renew licenses, and it appears that the justification for ending direct mail-out reminders has evaporated, to the minister, the NDP government was able to find $10 million to advertise for its carbon tax, yet it couldn't take the time.
Thank you. Honourable Minister.
Again, Mr. Speaker, I don't know where the member opposite is getting his information from. It's certainly not me. It's certainly not the government services that are funding all of the registry services that Albertans access, Mr. Speaker. On this particular file, he clearly doesn't have the facts. He's clearly really off base on this, Mr. Speaker. Frankly, I don't even know how to address the question because he didn't ask anything very clearly at all, and the entire basis of his question was completely off base, Mr. Speaker. So I'm happy to have a conversation with the member opposite and to educate him a little bit on the issue.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Unbelievable.
Honourable members. Are we on second supplemental?
Yeah.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Given that you've spent $870,000 in postage left over from 2015-2016 budget and your full budget from 2016-2017, and now you're begging the House for a handout of $900,000 to make it to the end of the month, this questions the competency of your Strategic Planning and Financial Service Department. And given that a few days ago, during debate on the supplementary supply, the ministry threatened that a lack of funds for postage would cause our most vulnerable Albertans to miss out on critical support payments. Can the minister promise a full review of the postage use within Service Alberta to avoid this clear negligence happening within her ministry?
The Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the question. Again, I would like to reiterate to the member opposite that that was a reprofiling of funds, not new funds for postage, Mr. Speaker. Again, a deeper understanding of how the ministry works would edify the member across the way, letting him know that, in fact, Service Alberta charges other ministries back for postage used by them. The member opposite's proposal, Mr. Speaker, was to reduce our budget to $1,000, and frankly, I don't know how he would expect us to mail out checks to vulnerable Albertans at $1,000 of postage, but I'd really love to hear that proposal. Thank you.